Hey guys, Andy here. So for the last month or two, I've been looking for a watch to replace my Huawei W1. I tried the Huawei Watch GT that came free with my Mate 20 Pro. Not being Wear OS, it just wasn't the right thing. It had some really good positives to it, but didn't like the operating system. Then more recently the TicWatch Pro, which is generally it's a very nice watch. But I was commenting on a forum where they were all saying the TicWatch Pro is the best Android watch there is at the moment. And I said, yeah, I really like it, but it's a little bit bulky for my liking. And someone said, oh, you should try the Skagen Falster 2, or something like that. I'd never heard of it, so I googled it, and I saw this, which I thought, actually, that looks kind of ideal. Let's start our way into the... So I really like the sort of the smaller size of it, the more subtle, more actual watch looking in some ways. That's not that the TicWatch Pro doesn't look like a watch, it does. But it's weird, isn't it? All sort of, or most Android smartwatches seem to have that same look to them. I just want them more sort of, I guess more stylish in some ways. I just thought that looks really nice. So Skagen apparently are quite a big name in the kind of, I don't know, watch and jewellery type area. That's not an area I know about. Because I mentioned to somebody else today, and someone on my table at work said, oh yeah, I've got a Skagen watch, so-and-so's got a Skagen watch, I've got Skagen earrings, they're female. Oh okay, I thought that would come out, but that's all part of the back, is it? It's like a lid. Okay. And there's even apparently there's a Skagen shop somewhere, maybe in Westfield or something. And this person was saying what a great service they'd had from them. One of the bit of metal had come loose, they replaced this, that and the other, and they put together a new strap and blah blah blah. Oh wow, okay, it's quite stiff. And inside we've still got some more heart rate tracking, daily use exercise, tighten the strap. Okay, I'm sure we can work that out. It's saying get the Wear OS. Okay, there's obviously I'm not going to worry too much about that now. The one thing I like with Wear OS, you know where you stand, you know what you're doing, you know what you need. That's a dinky little charging pad that almost worries me. It's so small to an extent. Well, maybe one of my sort of issues with the TicWatch Pro was the cable is really short for the charger, and in fact you can't see it because the speaker's in the way. There you go. See, the watch is kind of pointing at the screen. See, which kind of touch. I can't get it further into the desk. You probably can't hear me because I was pointing the microphone away. I can't get it further into the desk because the cable's so short, and I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So that's in the one side, nothing in the other side. And then just the watch itself. Kind of a dainty watch in some ways. So the first test before we go any further. Wow, no. Okay, so I don't quite know. Well, they are interchangeable straps, but it's a shame because it is a nice strap. But unfortunately I'm not even going to be able to wear it. So I've plugged it into my PC for the moment. You can see it's kind of booting up. And I was looking about thinking, well, where do the two pins connect with? And actually I've realised the connections go all the way around, so you can, in theory, put it on at any angle and it's going to charge. So I bought it from John Lewis. I was looking on the John Lewis website for specs for the watch. And then when you go to product specifications, it talks about sort of the case, the finish, the material, the movement, the shape, the strap colour, the strap material, blah 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 blah. What processor, perhaps? So I think it's are these the 2100? I think it's basically is an old processor. And one of the reviews even sort of commented that it's not. So I've read a couple of the reviews on the John Lewis website, and one of them was something along the lines of it's not as snappy, but then that's to be expected because it's not the newest chipsets, or the chipsets are a couple of years old or something along those lines. So add a new watch, tap. Do we have to wake it up perhaps? Tap to begin. So I won't go through the whole of this because you don't need to see it basically, or you've probably seen it already. Yeah, we've done that. There we go. You see that? Faster 2 and then the number. Fine. Connecting. There we go, see the number, allow access. So, as I say, you don't need to see this. Come back in a few minutes. Well, I'm going to edit the few minutes out, obviously, and we'll see what it looks like. I've actually spent the last sort of 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes even, I don't know, trying to find a watch strap on Amazon that might fit my wrists. I think I found one, and it's going to come in about 4 or 5 days. So I've unboxed the watch. I'm not going to be able to wear it for 4 or 5 days. Anyway, so it's all paired up, and this is kind of where I am. First thing I notice, I don't have an always on display, which is a little bit of a concern, but maybe it's a setting somewhere, we will see. This is what we're looking at. This is the Wear OS app that's showing me this. So you can see the actual watch there. It's quite clever that it knows it's got an image for it. So more, we get a variety of different watches. So for example, early impressions, the screen, it looks a little dim. And I'm a bit concerned with this possibly not being always on, but again, hopefully there's a setting somewhere. I do like the look. I'm very frustrated by what I would call a short strap, but then all watches seem to, for me, have short straps. It is downloading a system update. I think you'll have to, it's taking in information from today for my steps that I've done. Yeah, I quite like that. You can use the... that is a lot. Quicker to use your finger if you're there, but at the same time, so I think it looks quite a nice screen. There is, I believe, a little bezel in there. There's a little bezel in there. I think outside that line is the bezel. I don't know. Is that my battery, or is that anything to do with time? In fact, the timeout is very quick at the moment. So let's see. Okay, let's come back out of watch faces. Let's not worry about Google Assistant. Let's go into it. There we go. Look. So, I mean, one of the other stats that it does quote on the website is 0 to 80% in an hour when it comes to charging, that is. That always makes me think, well, is that because it's a really small battery? And again, I can't find the specs at the moment. I will find them for the review, I promise. This is just more of a bit of a quick exploration and a bit of a quick look at it, really. I do often come into my unboxings fairly blind, not know much about the devices. I know very little about this one. I've never even heard of it before yesterday. We can see. So this is interesting. I think this must be their own app, Skagen's own app. I think, but I could be wrong, because I'm sure I haven't seen this sort of stuff on other watches I've had paired to Wear OS. It even tells us there, much like you would get on your phone, how much space different things are taking up. It tells us we've got 1.37 gig of total storage. I assume that means obviously kind of operating system aside, unless the operating system is in that 633. Watch app data usage. Okay, so we do, as you've seen, we've got 3 buttons here. Oh yeah, so where do we, because they're programmable from what I understand. So how do we get into, okay, so no, so what I'm looking for is, so could it be in there? No, okay, let's there we go, customize hardware buttons. So top right, we don't want saved faces anymore. What do we want? Weather, should we just go with weather for the minute? And then the bottom right is, okay, that's fine. So now we press the top right and it will hopefully, have I not done that already? So you can see the bezel now, look. It's a reasonable size, I suppose. But with the black background it looks fine. So there we have, that's something to look forward to over the weekend then. So again, I guess we come back with the middle one, and then the bottom one will launch Google Fit. So actually, when I've got it installed, one of the things I use a lot actually is Google Keep on my watch. When I go shopping, I've got my shopping list on my wrist. So that'd be quite nice. I can program one of these just to press it, just to bring up. We've got a variety of different watch faces. I assume we can download and install custom ones, as you can with most. So the watch itself, if you've got a regular size wrist, not a ginormous freak wrist like me, the strap looks really nice actually. The watch itself is really light compared to other smartwatches I've used. So you can see there, I think I showed you already, you can change the straps with the little adjustable, the little spring-loaded pins. The screen, it looks pretty good. It goes dim very quickly, and it is quite dim, but still readable. I mean, I'm under the bright lights at the moment. It seems to be quite sensitive to movement. It's waking up quite often. Did I just change that? Let's go back to the... so, yeah, I think it's a really nice looking watch. It's got Android Wear on it. I think at this point, well, when my strap comes, I'll be able to use it for a little while. I think the reviews will be much more enlightening, hopefully, than I've been able to be at this point, because I've not got much information, unfortunately. Maybe I should have tried harder to find solid specs and such beforehand, but they will be in the review, I promise. In the meantime, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. For now, my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon. Well done, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you might want to click the little fellow that should hopefully appear about here to subscribe. You may also want to check out some of my other videos, which are going to appear somewhere there. Also, come and have a look at my website, androidandy.uk. There is also a forum. Come and say hello on the forum. If you've got any questions about things, or request me to review things, or anything else, just come and have a chat on the forum.